Sorry.
Quick question.
Yeah, what's up?
So then, do I need to message you again, or how do we do this?
So basically, I send you an email, then you will reply to the email, like signing up for it. But let me figure out the dates first, because I
Okay.
need to know when are we doing and if we're gonna do the panel. If not, so I can just book you like as a regular 1 million cups, or if I'm gonna do the one time. So I need to get permission from my supervisor to
Okay.
run this too. But for sure, I would love to have you next month.
Okay. Yeah, because I would want to do something separate besides from the panel.
Okay, so then we can do one just separate.
Yeah.
I think I have.
You let me know. You don't have to.
I think I have the first weekend. If you don't mind sticking in for a little bit after, I have my calendar already written down, and I can just book you right in there.
That way I
And then we don't have to do the whole back and back. Yeah, we don't have to do the back and forth.
Gotcha.
Okay,
Alright, thank you.
I'm just gonna get it started already. Testing, testing. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. How's it going? Please grab your seats, grab yourself your coffee. I see some familiar faces, so thank you guys for coming in again. Thank you for coming up. I see some new faces. I want to say welcome. We're going to get started. I have two amazing speakers lined up for today where I'm very excited to have them. One of them is fairly new to our local community. Mikael, we already know them a little bit from the program, but he's the first time here in the 1 million Cups in Brownsville. So welcome to them both. We'll get started right now. BCSC, do you guys have any announcements, anything you guys want to say?
Just the business program?
Yes, so we have one more. We're going to get started on the 19th. It's a blueprint program. It's powered by the Kaufman Foundation. Some of you guys have seen familiar faces. You've taken the Kaufman. If you haven't, Blueprint is a collaboration between BCIC and UTRGV. It is a program that we help you with all the business principles. It is implemented by UTRGV and funded by BCIC. You guys can come up to us for more details. We'll give you more specifics about it if you're interested about it. We have one in English coming up on the 19th, and we have a spring one in September, and that one's going to be in Spanish. So there's going to be opportunities for everyone. And then I'll give you some of UTRGV side of the announcements in a little bit. So, by the way, Nelson, BCAC.
Hey there, good morning. It's almost the end of our fiscal year and we still have COVID funds. We still have money for businesses that lost money during COVID. So if your business was open during 2020, 21, 22, and you lost, and you can demonstrate 15% of loss of income in your tax returns or month to month, we have up to $20,000 on forgivable loans with 0% interest. So if you're interested, just let me know, let Rudy know, and we can help you out. Thank you. And this is not a PPP loan, so if you got a PPP loan, you can also get this one. Thank you.
Thank you. 1 second before we move in. Guys from BCIC, can you guys please raise your hands, please, BCIC? And then people from UTRGV, can you please raise your hand, please? So this is the people you want to talk to. These are two entities hosted here at the eBridge. If you have any questions, if you need some help, please come back to us. We're here to help. We're happy to help your business with your education. This is what we do here. So without further ado, I'm going to get the program started. And I do want to say, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Daniel Garza. I'm a program specialist for UTRGV ECC, the Entrepreneurship and Commercialization Center. It's a big name, I know. It took me a while to just get it off the tongue, just roll off my tongue. But we work here at eBridge in collaboration with BCAC, and we bring you guys together our 1 million cups. So if this is your first time here or you've been here before, 1 million cups is a national recognized program. It's powered by the Kaufman Foundation. And this program is all about making community. So the whole base of this is that every idea, every passion, every dream has been made possible over a cup of coffee. So our premises here is just bringing two speakers together every Wednesday to take those about their stories, about their journeys, about their business, and then us as a community to come back to them and say, hey, how can we help? That's basically it. There's no too much to it. It's a very simple thing. And just to have fun, connect with someone else in the public, and I would say take advantage of it. Because let's be honest, everyone works 9 to 5, everyone has their job, so this is a time that we have to sit down, just collaborate with each other, and just make connections. Again, we're one of the newest centers here in Texas, specifically in the Southwest. There's a couple newer ones in the moment, but I would say that this is probably the best one you got. Not only say myself, I'm pretty sure everyone on that table could say that as well. Thank you. What do we do? Again, every Wednesday we bring two people to the stage to tell us about the story, tell us about what they do, and then we help them out as well. This is just a free reminder. We have had 3,141 cups of coffee be given in the program. So basically that for me is 3,541 connections we've given to the community. There's a time to say, please make sure you're mindful of your devices. If you need to take a call, there are booths throughout the building that you can take a call off. Or if you need to step out, please, that can do that as well. But just be mindful of the people's times. I'm going to bring our first speaker today. Her name is Samantha Bryant. She's, like I said, fairly new to our program. I met her actually the last Women Cup. She's like, hey, can I do it? I'm like, we'll get you next week. Let's just do it like now. So yeah, I'll stop and just let's give it a go for Samantha, please.
I tend to speak loud as it is, so if this gets too close to my face, I'm sorry. But my name is Samantha Bryant. I am a media communications designer. So I am a head of Bryant Designs. It's fairly new. So the table of contents, I'm going to tell you a little bit about me, my educational background, some skills and expertise, and then any kind of closing questions that you may have. So for me, I am a mother, a veteran, an artist, and a designer. For my journey going into art and design started relatively when I was a child. I was always artsy-fartsy, putting glitter on everything, was a fashionista, dressing up in my grandmother's clothes, painting on things I shouldn't have been painting on, getting in trouble a lot for doing art on things I shouldn't have been doing art on. But I really started honing in on my skills around the age of 15. And it started with just reorganizing my room, trying to decorate from there. Then I took a media class when I was in my junior year of high school. And that's when I first put my hands on graphic design and Photoshop and Illustrator, and it kind of like took off from there. So I have a huge passion of just putting things together, taking pictures, drawing, and trying to collaborate and make people's visions come to life. So from there, I joined the military, so I can get like a little bit ahead of the program. A lot of people don't realize how much the military can actually help you. I was able to get my master's paid. I didn't have to put a cent towards my degree, nothing. So the military, I was in there for about 5 years. I worked on a missile launching station, had fun, traveled the world, and it was able to fund my college education. Shortly after I got out of the military, I went and got my associate's degree in, being a medical assistant, but it's a clinically certified medical assistant. So I had a little bit more hands-on than just like running around and just like handing out papers and stuff like that in a doctor's office. I was able to, administer medication, do lab draws and all of that. But I graduated in 2020, so everything kind of went from there. From that point, I decided to open up a little home art business, which was booming because everybody wanted to get commissions during that time. So people were able to put commissions into me of exactly what they wanted to draw or have drawn or pictures, and I sold art pieces all over the world. The home business was great for a certain amount of time, but being a stay-at-home mama and trying to get materials during COVID was not great. It wasn't a good time for me. So I struggled a little bit, and then I went back to school and got my bachelor's in graphic design, and from there I was just like, why stop? I want to know more, I want to branch this, I want to make it to where I am a niche individual that is a one-stop shop. You can get everything from me, and you don't really got to look anywhere else. So then I continued my education and went directly after that and got my master's in media design. And I just graduated this past year. There we go. So my educational background, of course, I went to Independence University for my medical assisting degree, and then I went to Full Sail for both my bachelor's and my master's. For my bachelor's, it took me a little while, but Full Sail is a great place if you're looking to go to school for the arts. They do programs online, and it's more of like if you want to double stack on classes, you can. If you want to go at a slower pace, you can. And they give you the most brand new top-notch equipment that you can think of to be able to get your degree done. And their professors have real life experience, give you real life companies, so you get hands-on experience that's in the now, not like other universities where it's like outdated. Same thing with my master's degree in media design. They gave me the equipment, they gave me the tools, and I started branching from there. But I did not really start my degree program or working in this field just after I got my degree. I've been doing this for at least 10 years. I have worked with big companies like Amazon, creating logos for Amazon. I partnered with a Dupree Oil Company, I made their logo, and a couple of other big companies as well. And I partnered with Ralph Lauren for a little bit when I was out in New York, and I helped them with a couple of their media and marketing things as well. Sporting Ralph Lauren right now, shout out to them. So I worked with a lot of bigger companies. Now, what does a media communication designer do? What do I do? I'm a one-stop shop. If you need help building a brand from the ground up, if you need to try to find out what your color palette is, to fonts, to what your logo is gonna look like, to how to hit your target market, or the people that you really wanna reach out to, I can help you build that package and you can take it from there and go. Or if you need more help, you need help building a website, I'm really good at building those. If anyone has been on the island or heard about Henrietta's opening, I'm actually their media person right now, so I have built their website from the ground up. Same with Limos on Padre, and I'm about to get my hands on the other companies that they own as well and start building up their websites and doing their social media. I also do social media. I do project management. I do videography and photography. I am a one-stop shop. You need something, I'm able to get it. I do drone footage and all of it. So as a business owner, what I want to provide for the community is not so much like what can the community help me do, is I want to help the community. If you are struggling on your communication of trying to do it on social media, or if you're trying to do it on a website, or even if you want to make physical flyers but you don't know where to start, or you're just a brand new business that doesn't know how to get your branding up, this is what I'm here for. I want to build up Brownsville, the Rio Grande Valley area. If you need help, let me know, because let me tell you, I can help you get to where you need to be. Thank you. Now, does anyone have any questions for me? Any at all? Oh, go ahead.
So you're a one-stop shop, but also a one-person show, right? No?
Not necessarily. So if I have to outsource help, so if there's a concert going on or you're doing a big event, I have people that I work alongside with from either personal work experience or from people from my same degree program. I know if the load is big, I outsource. So I am a one-stop shop, but that doesn't mean that, I'm only in my pockets. I'm trying to connect people as well. So when I do drone footage, I usually have the vision. I set up more like the storyboard of what we're trying to capture, and then I'll bring somebody out and they help me. Jeremy Brown at this point, he's my drone guy. So I bring him out, and so he'll do the footage and I direct him of how I want the footage to be taken, the shots that we need to get, so we can get the idea of either what you are asking for, or if you don't know, or I can curate something for you. Any other questions? Any at all? Going once? Go ahead.
What's the name of your brand?
Bryant Designs. That is what the name of my brand is. So it's more of like just a blanket name for my brand, because I do so much. I just had to put designs in there because it's all really designing. and all really art related. So Bryant, last name, got to keep it in there. Got to keep the legacy going. And then designs as well is just be able to cover everything that falls under design, which is a lot.
I feel like as an entrepreneur, you get asked a lot. It's hard to put yourself in a category, right?
Absolutely,
I want to do a million things, right?
absolutely.
What, if someone were to ask you, it's a tough question, what's your specialty?
What's my specialty? First and foremost, I like to go to my roots, and I'm an artist through and through. So when it comes to art, I like to take pictures. I like to draw, and I like to sketch things. Those are my roots. That's where I got to where I am today. So a lot of people have a hard time categorizing themselves, but go to your roots. What got you there in the first days? What was your first step into the place that you were going into or into the genre you were going into? Mine, I'm an artist. So if I had to say, I'm an artist. And that's what I love to do. So, and it just branched from there. Now, if anyone else is wondering that if you want to hire me to do videography or photography, I do have a pretty cool background in doing stuff like that as well. If you want to step to the side later and ask me about it, I'm more than welcome to.
Do we have any more questions for Samantha?
Go ahead.
It's just that it looks so good, and for your experience, I see that you have a lot of experience working with big brands and big names. But I'm wondering how feasible it is for you to work with someone who's getting started, or someone who is working with, little budgets and little brands and just getting off the ground. It sounds like might be too big,
Yeah.
Yeah. Or, like I see it like, wow, I would like your help, but immediately I think, no way I can afford her. So, which is good for you, but maybe not so good for me.
Well, for what I do, yes, I'm saying that I have worked with these bigger companies just to show you the workload that I can handle. But at the same time, for smaller businesses, that's where I like to start with, is because I want to see you grow. I want to be a part of your growth. And let me tell you, I'm not going to dig in your pockets. I'm not going to penny pinch you. So the way that I do it is that I have a list of services that I can provide, and you can curate it to what you want and when you want it. So if we have to do little by little, bit by bit, just to be able to try to get an idea and be like, okay, let's see if this works. Now let's add on this. And it's a whole curated list for you, and I work with what's in your budget. I'll let you know what I can provide you within your budget. I know since I came from New York and things may be big and spendy and people are gonna be like, oh, I just see dollar signs when I look at this girl, I can't afford her, because I've heard that plenty of times since I just started being out here. They're like, you might be too talented, which means too expensive. No, I am not. The thing is I work with you. I wanna be a part of your journey. And that is being honest, and that's being humbling of me. It's just like, if we have to break it down to where it's only like, hey, I can only afford like $25 to $50 here, what can I get with that? Or, whatever private, yeah, I work with you. I want to work with you guys. People need to know about this place because it's a beautiful community. And I want people to know about this place through the companies that we provide out here. Yes, I did.
But again, I'm sure that whatever business venture you guys are, or any stage that you're on, the community is always a pivotal spot or a pivotal thing that you can do is just bump it to the next level. So if we could help Samantha Brand, how can we as a community help you? What can we do for you?
What you can do for me is come and ask me questions, see if I can help you. Because by me helping you, you're helping me. My talent keeps on staying alive. It's keeping my drive going. New projects makes me happy, because if you keep on doing the one thing for so long, working on one thing for so long, it's just like, you kind of want to revamp it. You want to get things going. You want to help out in other ways. Like, hey, let's get something fresh, something new. So if you're wanting to revamp, if you're wanting to just get pictures, or if you're wanting to just get videography work because it's someone's quinceañera and you want a drone to fly through there and all the things, it doesn't mean I'm just for companies. I'm for personal use as well. So if you need me, just come talk to me so I can help you. Yes. No problem.
Thank you so much, Samantha. That was a great presentation. And again, it's just impressive, your whole work. And then I love that you say, I'm a one-stop shop. Like, I just, well-rounded, amazing. So we have one more speaker for today. I was very excited to meet him in the Ruby Red competition mission. And then I met him again on an event we had last week. And I was like, you need to present. I need people to hear what you have to say. He's a very inspiring story, but I could tell you all about it, but I have him here. So why should I do it myself? So Mikael, can you please come up to this made-up stage?
Thank you so much. All right. Let's test this out first, that way I don't get this wrong. All right. So, my name is Mikael Aguinaga. Good morning to all of you. I know we're all here outside of our regular schedules. Most of us are partly not here most days, but hello, good morning. I am the owner of Patisserie Bayam, a 17-year-old pastry chef. Actually, tomorrow will be my very last first day, as most people know him, because I will be a senior in high school, and I am entering high school for my last year tomorrow. So, just a little bit about me. I started out doing pastry around 5 years ago. I attended a local culinary school, and then with the Restaurant Foundation of Texas, I got a scholarship to go attend culinary school in Italy for a month. And there I studied modern pastry and classical European pastry. So let's go into About Us. What is Patisserie Bayam and why is it? It's actually pretty straightforward. My grandma's diabetic, and growing up, as I grew up and I became more aware of my surroundings, I realized that at birthday parties or celebrations, she wouldn't be able to participate in the actual sweetest part of the occasion, which is a dessert. The part when everybody sings and we all smile at the person who is being celebrated. And I felt that she was missing something out. I felt that there wasn't something for her that was either delicious or accessible. It had to be one or the other. So I decided to focus on doing health-conscious pastry. I am a business that is focused on the fusion of Mexican and American desserts with European classical techniques, elevating them to a luxury experience in which you can have something that is luxurious without having to compromise your well-being. Now, something about embracing something sweet, having about that is guilty. You feel guilty about eating something sweet, but the good thing about what I make, about what I do, is that you don't have to feel guilty. You can eat it with the biggest smile on your face because it doesn't matter if you are a celiac, which means that you can't have any gluten, or if you're diabetic, which means that you're sensitive to sugar. I work with whoever I am working with at the moment, so I cater, and I'll work with cafes and restaurants, and I'll work with them to create desserts that are specific to whatever dietary restrictions they need. I'm actually right now going to be entering my second year of college. I am with the UTRTV program at McAllen, in which I am doing a major in my nutrition with a minor in biochemistry. I love science, and part of what I do, part of anything that has to do with baking, is science. So I want to work with everybody to better understand their dietary restrictions, what they need, and then come up with solutions that deal with the chemistry and the chemical foundations of cooking to create something that's delicious and inclusive. So what's my vision? I want to empower every single one of us to be able to enjoy every moment of our life, including those moments that are sweetest. That way, when you take a bite of that tart, of that cake, of that brownie, or whatever, you can feel secure in knowing that you aren't compromising yourself, that you aren't taking a break on your diet, that you aren't going to be feeling later today. If you're lactose intolerant, I know those who are lactose intolerant, when they have ice cream, for a few hours after, it's definitely a very strong encounter, and it takes a lot of willpower. My entire business is focused on making sure that you can do so without having to deal with the repercussions. That way you can do it in a way that's joyful. All right. So right now I'm in the startup phase of my business. This is actually my first time actually debuting my business to an audience. And for the past month and a half, I've been working on the development of 5 signature desserts. Here I have 3 of them listed and 2 of them pictured. I make a rum and apple sugar-free and gluten-free tart. I make a sugar-free brown butter and European salt cookie, and many other desserts. Right now, what I'm focusing on is developing my desserts so they can be sold at cafes and restaurants, so that people can enjoy them at any occasion, so more and more people can eat without feeling guilty and without being scared of what might happen to them. And as I move forward, I want to create more of a pastry experience. I'm a classically trained pastry chef, and yet when it comes to making these alternative desserts, oftentimes you have to circumvent traditional techniques. So I want to make sure that as I move forward, I can create something that is better and more beautiful, so you can experience it with greater smiles. Now, coming soon, I'll hopefully be at different restaurants. Right now, what I need help with is getting connections. I want to be able to provide something to every one of you, regardless whether I am there or not. That means partnering with cafes so they can offer my sugar-free cookie. That way in the morning when you have your coffee, you can have something that is sugar-free, so that that diabetic client can actually have something, instead of just having to settle with their coffee. Now, do you have any questions? Thank you so much.
Do you work only with businesses like cafes, or are you planning to have your own store or have people order something?
So I do caterings in which I work with businesses and event centers, and I work with cafes and restaurants, but I also work with individuals. Oftentimes they'll ask me for a birthday party, or they'll want an order for a week. So I'll have a pre-order system in which, let's say, Sunday to Wednesday, I'll be accepting orders for a set menu, and then on Saturday and Sunday, it'll be available for pickup. Mostly because I'm still in high school, I don't have the time to open a restaurant, and honestly, I do not feel that is the direction that I'm going through. I want to more so focus on making my product as good as possible. So I'll still be attending college full-time to better understand the science behind what I do. So while I work with people, I don't plan on opening a restaurant. So of course, feel free to ask me any questions or contact me about whatever you may want to have or you want to eat. I am more than happy to work with you on a one-to-one basis, but I'm also open to doing whatever else that is necessary when it comes to making any alternative pastries. Feel free, keep on asking. I don't mind.
And do you do only desserts for people with dietary restrictions, or do you do like classical European desserts that are just not overly sweetened, like something that you can find in France or Italy, or I don't know, mousse cakes, with zero glaze?
I oftentimes, mostly because of the nature of my business, I want to be health conscious. So all of my desserts, when I am selling them, they have to have a certain diet that they are catering towards. So I sell macarons because those are naturally gluten-free. Or let's say if I want to sell a flan, I can do the same thing because it's already gluten-free. So it's already catering towards an audience and it's health conscious. Oftentimes I won't sell things that have sugar, but if somebody who does want that, they can contact me and I'd be more than welcome to do it. It's not something that I like to publicize because it's not the focus of my business, but it is something that I do on special occasions. Of course, no worries.
What inspires you? What keeps you going?
It's pretty simple, actually. I just like feeding people. My favorite part of life is when somebody takes a bite of something and you can just see the smile slowly creep onto their face. There's nothing that makes me happier. So the entire reason behind being health conscious and being able to do sugar-free, gluten-free desserts is because I want more people to try my food. It's pretty simple, actually.
Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Honestly speaking, I can't say. I don't know exactly where I'm going to be in 10 years because in the past 5 years, I've changed so much. I'm actually still barely finishing high school, so I don't know what I'm going to do after college exactly. I want to continue doing my business, and I want to open up more locations. I want to expand my manufacturing abilities that way I can cater to San Antonio or even more cities in Texas. But I don't have a concrete vision. All I know is that I want to continue doing this at a larger scale. The exact nature of it, I don't know. I've looked into being a teacher because that's something that I'm very passionate about, but I don't know. So for now, all I can say is that I want to do this at a larger scale and to be able to feed more people. All right. Thank you so much, I think. Ay, no te vi, disculpa. Yeah, of course. All right. 2 more.
Would you consider finding or accepting a business partner that will
Yes, of course. Actually, that's something that I struggle with a lot. The reason that I've waited so long to start my business, I've been making pastries and selling them as a cottage food line, a home baker, since I was 13, which is why I say 5 years. I'll be turning 18 this year. Because I just love feeding people, and baking has always been my passion. And I've taken this long and this amount of time for myself to be able to develop a business that is profitable. So yes, I'd be willing to do that, depending on the person and if our ideals and our goals line up. But I would be more than open to talking about it.
Second question. So you are 17 years old.
Yes, I am.
You are supposed to be playing video games or. What would your advice for those kids that are 15, 16, like for being an entrepreneur? There's no time, I think. So, what would be your advice? You are being recorded on YouTube, by the way.
Oh, hi. So, my biggest advice, and something that I very recently realized, there's 2 points. One of them is there's no timetable. If it takes you 5 years to actually fully develop your business to the point where you can start selling to people and you feel comfortable speaking about it at a larger scale, take your time. Take your time and be patient with yourself and give yourself grace. If something burns in the oven, give yourself a moment. Cry for an hour if you have to. And then afterwards, go back, make it again, and don't burn it. It's just about having grace with yourself. And secondly, just because you're young doesn't mean that you don't fight. I've had to inquire, would be a better word, about so many different programs, and so many of them have told me no. Not because they don't want to, but because they're not designed for me. They're not made for somebody of my age. But that doesn't mean that they don't have to be. It's just about pushing to make sure that there's more and more awareness about people like me that want to start a business at my age. And just because I want to start a business doesn't mean that I have hobbies and do other things. One of my favorite things to do is singing. I love acting. I'm one of the prominent characters in most of my school's plays because that's just something that I like to do. But I also love this as a passion, and it's what keeps me going. So of course I'm going to follow this through.
How do we find you?
So you can follow me at Patricia by M. Let me see if I can find the slide that I have my information. Here you go. At the bottom, that's going to be my Instagram tag. I have a website in development, but we're not there yet. So right now, follow my Instagram, and any updates and any openings that I do, I will be having my actual opening at my rented out kitchen this month, the 29th of August. So I will be posting about that, so feel free to follow me there. Although heads up, it's in McAllen, so be prepared for a drive. I'll make sure it's worth it though. Oh, okay, never mind.
So first and foremost, has anyone helped you through this journey? Has anyone mentored you through this journey? How did you get to this point?
That is a really easy question and a really difficult question because it's impossible to say that nobody's helped me. I live with my mom. Obviously, she's my biggest inspiration, my biggest help. I have a single mother, and she's raised me, so of course she's my biggest inspiration, my biggest help. But something difficult about the question is that every person that I speak to helps me in a way. They open me to a different direction and a different way of thinking. Everybody thinks differently, they process information differently. Simple question. Earlier, she asked me a question if I make regular pastries. I never thought that anybody would ask me that question because I'm so focused on doing this. But if I'm trained and I can do it, then why not? It's just that the focus of my business. So yes, everybody that I've talked to for the past 5, 6, 17 years of my life has helped me. So yeah, a lot of people have helped me.
Second question
Mhm.
for the last one, and I think this is just for the group.
Oh.
Mika and I, we were talking a little bit this morning, and you were just inquiring about Brownsville, and
Yeah.
you like the spot, you like the place, and the building is beautiful, but also you mentioned how is Brownsville as a business. So I want to ask you guys, business owners, or people that live here, or people who work here and start a business, what advice or what can you tell people about Brownsville's business? And I'm looking at both of you guys, so you guys better. In the back.
Brownsville is growing. It's a big industry. E-Bridge is a door opener for a lot of important businesses. And taking a look at Brownsville is worth an investment. That's all I can say.
Thank you.
Anyone else to give any insights about starting a business here at the RGB?
Don't be shy. I have to be up here. You can talk too.
It has to be online connected so that your business isn't just in the area.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
I'll have a rebuttal for your take your time argument that you made earlier.
Oh, feel free.
I think you need to be testing concepts constantly.
Oh, yes.
You can work on something for 5 years and you release it to the public and you figure out, oh, maybe this worked 5 years ago, but not today. So take your time, yes, but also be testing things constantly and asking people about it. And I know you love to feed people. That's a great way to test it, right? So yeah, that'll be my advice.
Like Oreo, how they do like all those flavors, like
Oh, yeah.
constantly, and then they'll stick with the ones that really, really work.
I'm pretty sure there's a whole entire storage dedicated to every single Oreo that's been out there. And I know right now on eBay you can find Oreos from 2012. Yes, take your time, but also constantly challenge yourself. That's part of being young. You constantly get faced with different things that make you grow and change because you're changing yourself so drastically that it's important to take your time because if not, you get lost in changing. And sometimes you don't know what to do. It's a combination of both.
You mentioned 5 like core start products, right?
Mm-hmm.
So once you find your Oreo,
Mm-hmm.
you have something that can work for the lifetime, right?
Actually, today I brought one of my, it's in the last stage of its product development. I brought a sugar-free, it's called a gâteau de voyage, which is French for travel cake. It's similar to an American pound cake. It's an orange and, I do not remember the word in English, toronja, grapefruit, a orange and grapefruit gâteau de voyage with a orange glaze on top. So right now I'm trying to figure out a way to make sure that it's as delicious as possible. So the cake is tasty, but I'm trying to get the presentation correct. So any feedback is more than welcomed. All right, I think I've taken up enough time. So I'll let it go.
The last question of 1 million cups. I promise you nothing.
Oh my God.
And I'm sure you already answered a little bit of it, but
You okay?
our question to you is, how can we, as a community, as an RGB community, and do for you, how can we help you?
It's pretty simple, actually. There's 2 things. Question me, challenge me. Give me a challenge. I always love doing that. Second of all, if you have any cafes, restaurants, or if you yourself own one that might be interested in looking for an option for somebody that is diabetic, feel free to contact me. I'd be more than welcome to have that conversation. All right. Yes, we're good?
Yes, we're good.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Let's just give it again for our speakers, guys. That was a great presentation from both of them. I'm pretty sure that both, as newcomers to the community, they feel a lot more welcome. I would say, guys, if you have a connections for them, if you have an advice, if you maybe have an investor, maybe you have something that can connect them to the next stuff, this is what we are, and this is what we do. So make sure you talk to them, see them afterwards, take advantage of the time that we have over here and the fact that we're all here together, that we have some coffee for us, that some people donated some cookies, thank you so much. They donated some pastries, Mika, thank you so much. So take advantage of this space, take advantage of this time, and just talk to each other. I will leave you guys with a couple of announcements, and I'll get you guys on your way. First of all, there are some people here who's already gone through the coffin. We have one in the far. We still have some openings on that, so if you're interested, if you're in the far area, if you know someone who can be beneficiary of these programs, which is just showing them how to get their business going, pretty much, please tell them about us, talk to us, I'll give you more information. If you're in the Harlingen area, they also have this program that's called Rise Up, so basically they're looking for sponsors. If you're interested, again, talk to us, we'll get you more information about it. And I will leave you guys with the prompt of the day. What's your triple shot goal for the next 3 months? Talk to each other. Let me know where it goes. At the end, I'm going to start doing a little more of this, and we're going to have some prizes at the end. I'm still figuring out the specifics of it, but please talk to you guys. What is your triple goal for the next 3 months? And with that, this is the end to 1 Million Cups. Thank you so much for coming. I will see you next week. It was a pleasure being with you guys. So, network, talk to each other. Bye.